What if you're not building an online business? What if instead you are accepting your life's mission and your business becomes a platform through which you share and you embark on the journey of saying yes to your mission? Hi, my friend. My name is Eliseo. Thank you for being here. It's a lot of sun today, but it's nice. I hope you can see me well. Today I'm inspired to talk about business as a platform for sharing our gifts with the world, our service, and also the hidden and not so obvious beauty of building a business, or just embarking on your life's mission. So I decided to build an online business when I graduated from school, from the conservatory. I studied music. And one way or another, I always was trying to build a business, just I didn't know how. I tried vlogging a lot, making my own music. And then when I graduated, I came across the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And for the first time, I really saw how building an online business could work, to see the architecture of it, to see the numbers, to realize, oh, you don't need to sell that many products to make a living. And before, I never saw it so transparently, and seeing it in that transparent way was ignited a fire inside of me of like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I didn't wanna, it never felt right for me to find a job that I don't fully align with, and I always felt there was something that I could do that didn't fit me or didn't require me to fit myself into a box. And I embarked on the adventure of figuring out if that was true. And I tried, when I first started online business, I started with my wife. We started making a vegan cooking course and cookbook. After a year and a half or so, and almost finishing the course, 40 recipes, massive project, I had a burnout. There was a lot going on in my life. In that moment, I was also recording my music, making videos and directing them for my music project. And I was about to become a father also. We were in Argentina. We live in Belgium. I am from Argentina, but we were on a trip to Argentina. My wife got pregnant there. We were coming back to Belgium. So it was a lot of things together. And years of forcing myself that led me to burnout. And I realized this project didn't align fully with myself. And I recalculated. I decided to try something else. So I built a music academy, online music academy. I call it the Holistic Music Academy, teaching people music, what I studied at the conservatory, but with a spiritual angle or holistic approach. And I guided many students, and that was fine. But still, I was finding that I was leaving many parts of myself out of that project. So then I discovered Danco on Instagram, I remember, and I fell in love with the idea that you are the niche. You don't need to choose a niche. You don't need to fit into a box. You can be fully yourself and just share your adventure, and you're gonna resonate with the right people. And I started that adventure of building my brand. A friend of mine also calls it a transpersonal brand, because it's not even a personal brand in the sense that it's, hey, look at me. It's more about sharing your journey as a gift to others, similar to you that can recognize themselves in your journey and get inspiration to embark on their own. And so it's been, 1.5 years, 2 years since I started my brand. And it took me into a journey of trying different things, failing, getting overwhelmed, lost, confused, having breakthroughs, meeting friends, connecting with people, helping people. And I am in the stage now in which embarking on this adventure, building my business, deciding to do this, connected me with my mission and allowed me to see it, allowed me to accept it and to say it to the world. I feel I'm here to collaborate with the awakening of humanity. I feel humanity is waking up spiritually. People are getting more and more aware. And I know that we can be part of that movement. And to be part of that movement, so to help humanity wake up, to help raising the state of awareness, the frequency of humanity of our species. We are not asked to go out and try to change anything. We are not asked to go out and point fingers at people. We are not asked to try to push our ways and to tell people that we have the answers and force them into them for them to change or something like that. It's completely the opposite, is to stop trying to change anything outside of yourself and daring to go deep inside of yourself. Take responsibility for your inner world, your own healing, and that already becoming present, dissolving your pain, healing your emotional wounds, living in the present moment changes your frequency, changes your energy, dissolves energy blocks, and all that energy now can flow and starts to impact the outside world as a natural consequence of that inner change, and people start to feel it. And the next step to that, there is nothing more important than taking full responsibility of your inner work to collaborate with the awakening of humanity. And at the same time, the next step, how you can be more intentional about collaborating with the awakening of humanity, is to share your journey of healing. It's what I'm doing here. In that way, my journey becomes an opportunity to inspire you, to inspire your journey. And then if you embark on a similar adventure, your journey becomes an opportunity to inspire others. And that's how I feel. That's what excites me about this, like this decentralized, exponential, and silent awakening. And I love it, and it's deeply inspiring for me. So I wouldn't have dared to say all these things, and I wouldn't have assumed my mission if it wasn't because I decided to start my online business. And that's because, when I started with this business, I tried different offers. I tried to be different things, like a meditation teacher, mindfulness teacher, or self-development guide, and many things. And what I noticed is that everything that didn't align fully with my energy, with my purpose, drained me. So I couldn't sustain it over time. So the same with this cooking course, right? Or this music academy. They were good ideas. I saw how they could work, but I couldn't sustain them over time. They were energy draining. So every time that I will try something, I will fail. I couldn't sustain it, and I would need to stop. And I will be frustrated and feel a bit lost and feel that maybe there's something wrong inside of me. But then I would do some soul searching, I would do some reflection, I would go back to what's the most important, and this will come up. Something also that happened during my journey, in a particular moment, I dared to offer in presence mindfulness or presence workshops, and they did really well. And I guided them in Argentina, I guided them in Belgium, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved the effortlessness of them. I loved being in the room with people. I loved the testimonials of people, how them sharing how they felt, and during and after the workshops. And it was effortless. There was an energy inside of me that was like vibrating and exciting, and it gave me energy instead of take me energy. So that was proof of like, man, I'm made to do this. Like this is working. So and the most interesting thing about this whole discovering my mission in a way is that it's been there since I'm 15, you know? I remember being deeply scared about climate change and wanting to help with that, wanting to help people. I discovered Conversations with God, this book, when I was 15, in the midst of existential crisis, and that book inspired my spiritual journey, and I wanted to share it with people because I found it fascinating and relieving and exciting and beautiful. And I've been always, guiding my friends, guiding my family. Looking back, my first clients were one of my colleagues when I was working as a gardener here in Belgium. And he was struggling with his work, working in the company where he was working, and through our talks, he got the inspiration and to quit and to build his own company. He's doing well. Another client, my dad, during a trip through Europe, we had 3 weeks together. My brother was also there, and we got to talk a lot and to heal a lot, and he changed and I changed after that time. I always found it fascinating to have deep conversations with people, and I always wanted to help, and I always wanted, even through my music, to share these messages, to share this wisdom, to reconnect as humans with our essence. I discovered when I was 23 the power of now, and I discovered presence, and I experienced those states of awareness for brief moments, and it was beautiful. I wanted to share it with people. And also, every time I would watch like a religious movie, I remember watching it with my then girlfriend. I think we saw The Prince of Egypt together. I would have these tears at the end, and I wouldn't know. I would be deeply emotional and feel like I have this kind of mission, but not know what to do with it. Like, who do I think I am to like, I have this feeling of I'm here to inspire people. I have this to help people realize who they really are, but who do I think I am? I'm a normal person. I'm not perfect. I'm not enlightened. But I will be deeply emotional, and I will know that it's part of my journey, but I didn't dare to assume it. I didn't dare to say it out loud because I was afraid of being judged. But because of building my online business, talking to people, meeting more people that are like me, they're in a similar path, and diving deeper into my own healing, I started to dissolve the blockages of my energy. And there is still more to dissolve for sure, and I'm doing that. but I'm realizing that there is nothing more important than healing myself. Because at the end, nothing external will fulfill me. I've been an actor on TV, I had money, I got cars borrowed, I could go out and eat for free, and I had all that kind of validation, and I felt miserable. Like I had the blessing of experiencing success to know how it feels when it's misaligned and it's not worth it. And then I chased music, and I wanted to create music, and I wanted to make the music I loved, and I did it. I recorded my EP, I made some films, and I love the music I made. But it doesn't fulfill me it's not that I made my music and I'm happy forever, you know? I love it, I wanna make more, it's beautiful, but following my dreams and getting into places of success and accomplishment just show me like, that's beautiful, but it doesn't fulfill you. Nothing outside of yourself fulfills you. Nobody can fulfill you. And true fulfillment comes from being in this moment, connected to who you are, not identified with your mind, with your ego, with who you think you are, and opening your heart, aligning your energy. And that's it. Fulfillment is not something achieved externally, it's something achieved, that's not the word, discovered or experienced internally. And it's through inner work. The same comes to business. For a while I thought, oh, when my business works out, I'm gonna be happy, or I'm gonna be safe, or I'm gonna be, fulfilled. And no. I thought, oh, when I get my first client, I'm gonna be happy. And now I have 3, and it's like, okay, where is the next one? It doesn't happen. It's all this inner game of connecting with who you are. So there is nothing, I'm realizing nothing more important than my own healing, nothing more important than our healing as a collective species. This work is the most necessary work for humanity in this moment, this crucial time. And that's why I'm so excited about building a conscious or a spiritual business, and why I want to invite you to make yours, to start building yours. It's because it's a platform to discover, and more than discover, it's to actually realize what you've been knowing all along inside of you, to accept your mission, and to share it unapologetically with the world, to help others in your particular way, through your particular gifts. We are all different. Maybe you are a breathwork facilitator, or you are into astrology or human design or gene keys, or you are into presence, mindfulness, or maybe you are an artist, or a combination of all these things. You are here, you have your unique gifts, people need them, and building your conscious or online business is a platform to share those gifts as your mission, as a service to humanity. And the beautiful thing is, then there is money coming your way if you set it up properly. And if you do everything from the right place, you have this money coming in as a natural consequence, as a natural exchange of energy for your services. And that's able to sustain you in this material world. You need to pay your rent, you need to pay your house, you want to provide for your family, and to live an abundant life. So you can do that instead of working a job that maybe doesn't fully align or doesn't pay that well and takes energy and time of your life. And that's energy and time you could be investing into diving deeper into your own healing and extending that to others. It's definitely exciting times that we get to live thanks to technology and all the amazing people that carve this path for us to follow. And it's something we can do with just a phone and some social media, and it's really, I'm really blessed to live in this time, and I'm excited to let my adventure be a service to you and to our species. And the beautiful thing, and the last thing I want to say, is something that I didn't expect was going to happen. And why I see this building your business thing, or sharing your mission through your business, however you want to call it. At the end, they're just words and names for it. It's so beautiful because the most important thing we can do, and the only thing required really in a way, is to dive into our own healing. The rest is just a bonus. Then the next step is to share that consciously. Share your adventure openly, your transformation, transparently. To invite others, right? To do the same, which is beautiful. But what happens in the process of sharing, like the video I'm making now, many years trying to build an online business, let's call it the work of building your brand. It's gonna test everything. It's gonna test your identity, your ego. It's gonna test your blockages. You're gonna be shown what needs healing. You're not getting clients. Okay, why not? It's not about strategy mostly. It's not about, which that is also important, but not as important as your energy, as your alignment, as your own healing. So the process of building your brand, it's gonna bring the discomfort, it's gonna bring the pain that is inside of you, that needs to be healed and released in order for you to unlock that part of your business, because at the end, your online business is just an extension of your energy. That's it. So I find myself deeply challenged by this work, you know, and it's very simple. One could say it's also effortless in the sense that it doesn't require effort per se. But I'm finding myself, for example, I know what my mission is. I know how I can help people. I am literally helping people. People are paying me now for helping them, and it's working, and it's beautiful to witness their transformations. And I helped people in the past, and they benefited a lot, and I benefited a lot. Like we both grew together with each of my clients, and it's beautiful. I know my strategy. I know how I'm doing things, and I'm refining them, and I'm aligning them more and more with my essence. I'm learning, I'm discovering. But I have a pretty solid idea of what I'm doing, how am I doing it, and I know what are the next steps. And it's deeply aligned with my mission, and with my talents, and with my gifts. Yet, last night, there was a lot of overwhelm. And not mental overwhelm, was emotional. This morning when I woke up also, when I was on my way to record this video, feeling all this discomfort inside of me. Not related to the complexity, not related to anything, but this mission is exposing everything that needs healing. And it's bringing all that pain up. And it's confronted me with, you know, my ego, my patterns, emotional, mental, my identity, my fears, my fear to be seen, to be fully myself, to stay to the world what I'm doing and what is important for me, and what I feel it's to put myself in this position of saying all these things and being afraid of people considering me a scammer, manipulator, Like last week, I also invited a person to work with me after a talk. And I saw during our conversation that he had some blockages, and I asked if I could give him some feedback in the call, and he accepted. And I said something that I saw in myself before, a blockage regarding working with clients, and he appreciated the share. And at the end, after our conversation, he sent me a message thanking me again for me sharing what I shared, and I was deeply inspired to invite him to work with me, and I did so. And I did it without pushing. I said to him, like, you don't need to accept, you don't need to work with me. I am deeply inspired of doing this work together, and even if we don't work together, I'm excited to keep us as friends, keep connecting. I shared my price with him, how working with me looks like, and I was excited, to invite him. I saw the transformations and the ongoing transformation with my clients, and I'm realizing more and more the value of what I'm offering, and I feel that's the deepest way I can serve somebody that also respects my boundaries, my energy, and the boundaries of my family, the energy of my family. And I was generally excited of inviting him, and then a couple days later I saw a message, and it had an impact, emotional impact in me, and it said something like, I knew you had this agenda. He said also something like, what makes you think I am meant to work with you and not the other way around? And when I read it, it came with this, at least how I felt it, with this reactive and intense energy. And I eventually sent him an audio saying that it was just an invitation, that I'm sorry that it landed that way, and that I was gonna reflect if I shared and if I invited him in an honest way, which I think I did. Maybe I was too soon how I did it, but I deeply felt it, and it came from a beautiful place. And I think it's linked to his fear around selling, his fear around money, maybe. And I invited him to hop on a call to talk about this, to talk openly about how he felt and how I felt, and to see what's there, what's the truth in there. I am definitely interested in being more and more honest, more aligned with my heart, and I want to know if I'm doing something wrong, of course, or something that is not aligned. And I felt it was a nice opportunity to meet and to share vulnerably. And we'll see if that's gonna happen. I don't think so, but I hope it does. But it's testing me. Like, literally, one of my biggest fears is to be seen as a scammer, to be seen as a manipulator, to be seen as tricking people. And right there in front of me, somebody that perceives me as that, and I cannot do anything about that. So it leads everything in your business. It's gonna trigger your fears. It's gonna trigger your ego. It's gonna trigger your limitations, your blockages, so you can see them for real and to fully feel them, fully accept them, and dissolve them. And that's a beauty. Through building an online business, we get to discover our mission by trial and error, seeing what works in every way. And we get to serve people, we get to meet people, and we get to confront, with the reality of building a business and all these things that, there are not so many actually. I'm realizing we tend to overcomplicate it, but they're different areas we need to take care of. And in that process, we get triggered and we get the opportunity to heal. And in that healing, we become more aware. And because we are dissolving all these blockages, we are more wise to guide people to dissolve their blockages. So it's a circle in which we are learning by teaching. Because we are teaching, we are learning. We are diving into our own inner healing. And because of that, we are more prepared to guide the inner healing of somebody else, or just guide them through their own inner healing. And doing that just reveals so much of ourselves, guiding clients like a mirror of ourselves that allows us to go even deeper. So business gives you the opportunity of embarking fully on your mission, serving people. And as a natural consequence of that, if aligned and if honest, there is this money coming as a natural consequence of it, of this exchange of energy. And that allows you to have more time and more energy to spend more time and energy on your mission, and you don't need to choose about, and that's something for another video, but I'm realizing there is this thing of money, as if money was something bad. In the moment you mention money together with spirituality, people feel weird, I feel weird. It opens up this thing of being judged as a manipulator, as a scammer. And I believe, and this is for another video, but it's just coming up strongly, I believe it's a limitation. It's a toxic idea of what money is. I believe we can serve deeply and be rewarded powerfully, abundantly. And I believe the same for you and for everyone. And that's also something, the relationship with money, with abundance, deeply triggered by building an online business, conscious, spiritual online business. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I want to invite you to feel how this felt listening to this. If something lights up inside of you, if something gets excited inside of you, if you recognize yourself in these words, recognize yourself in my adventure. And I'm sharing these videos to help you build your online, conscious online business, your spiritual online business. And really at the end, it's just to embark in your mission of inner healing, inner fulfillment, and just share that with others. We need you. At least that's how it feels for me. You don't need to believe me. Just feel your heart, what your heart tells you, if this is true for you. And if you resonate, I invite you to connect with me. Send me a comment at the end under this video. Reach out to me via socials. You can also book a free call with me just to talk without expectations. I would love to meet you, and I'm excited to keep sharing my adventure with you, and I'm excited for your adventure, and for you to daring to discover, to see, to assume, to dare to accept your mission, your gifts, and to share them with the world. Thank you, and I see you soon.